Meet Eddie, a struggling writer. Eddie lacks motivation to finish his book. He spends most of his days drinking his life away. He is behind on his rent. His apartment is a pigsty. And even his girlfriend left him for all these reasons. In a nutshell, Eddie's life is a mess right now. But it would be until he meets someone by a happenstance that would change his life for the better. His brother-in-law, his ex-wife's brother, Vernon. Eddie tells him about his book contract and how he is struggling to finish it. Vernon introduces him to NZT, a super pill that would solve all his problems. He claims that it has been FDA approved. Eddie dismisses it at first, but later wonders what could possibly be worse than what he is already going through. He then proceeds to enter his building, and on his way he bumps into the landlord's wife, who starts lamenting about the rent money Eddie is behind on. But then, Eddie experiences something. All his memories come back to him. He notices a law book in the lady's purse and starts regurgitating its content as if he had gone to law school. But in reality, Eddie had only encountered this book once, and ZT had unlocked 100% of his brain, allowing him to remember what he had unintentionally read a few years prior. Suddenly he starts thinking clearly. He cleans his apartment spotless. He even finished his book within just a few hours. In other words, Eddie became limitless. But that would all perish in the morning. When he wakes up, all the motivation was gone. But at least one thing remained: his book. He presents it to his publisher and quickly gets a call back from her telling him she loves the book. Eddie, now curious as to what else he could achieve with NZT, goes to his brother-in-law and finds him in bruises. His brother-in-law promises to give him more, but only if he can run errands for him, pick up his dry cleaning, and get lunch for them. In other words, he owned him. When he comes back, he finds something unexpected: his brother-in-law lifeless on the couch. He calls the cops and quickly puts two and two together and figures out that whoever murdered his brother-in-law was probably searching for the same thing. He also searches for the stack until he finds it. Eddie starts taking one pill a day, and results of this are astonishing. He starts changing his image. He writes book after book, learns to play the piano in less than 3 days, and even learning new languages. In other words, Eddie had officially become limitless. But all this didn't feel enough. He wanted more, and so he saw the need for a change. He stopped writing and started day trading. He also made new friends easily. His anxiety and shyness were all gone. And he became the first person to make more than $2 million in 10 days. This lands him numerous job offers and even the attention from big players. Eddie met with Carl and completely blew his mind with how he picked his stock. Carl hired him to be his associate, but at the rapid speed that Eddie was going in, he would later transcend his mentor, Carl. Eddie would also reunite with his ex-girlfriend and get a new place. But this pill made him smart enough to know he'd run out soon. Armed with millions, Eddie paid scientists to recreate the pill so he'd never run out. Eddie would later part ways with Carl and become a senator, now running for mayor. The super pill had helped him clean up his life and grow ambitious, achieving all his goals within just a few months. Comment down below, what would you do if you had NZT? What changes would you make in your life?